Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Back in the studio again, as troops would say, back again, right, in the studio. We're back in the UK for a couple of days before we head back out to Russia for the World Cup, where England in the next round are going to be taking on Colombia. Really looking forward to that. But back in the UK, some great weather over as well, man. I feel like I'm still in Russia because the weather over there has been great as well. But good to be back for a couple of days, and let's get straight into the transfer rumours today. First, I'm going to start off with Arsenal. They released a list yesterday of players that have been released by the club. So that's players where their contracts have come to an end and Arsenal have decided not to renew their contracts. There's some players in there that you know about already, but I'll read you the list. It's Mark Bowler. Santi Cazorla, of course, who already announced that he was going. We knew that already. He's gone. Alex Crean. Vlad Dragomir, which is a really strange one. Was really seen as a top prospect, the Romanian. I'm going to get back to him in a minute. Aaron Ioma, Yassine Fortune, Ryan Haddart, Chiori Johnson, Hugo Cato, Per Mertesacker, as we know, he was leaving. Tafari Moore, who I think he's gone to Ipswich, I think it is. And of course, Jack Wilshere, who we already knew about, was leaving anyway. So all of those players have been released, confirmed yesterday by Arsenal. The real surprise on there, as I said, was Vlad Dragomir. Now, this guy, kid, he's from Romania, came into Arsenal as a real sort of top prospect. And a lot of people really looked on him and thought that he's going to be the next sort of big thing. And it's been really surprising that Arsenal have decided to release him. Also surprising that his agent came out yesterday and said, listen, he didn't even know that this list was going to be released because he's still in negotiations with Arsenal for Vlad to stay at Arsenal. So we have to keep an eye and see what happens with that one. But Dragomir at the moment looks like he's been released by the club. One player who hasn't been released is Callum Chambers. He's got a brand new contract. This one came out of the blue yesterday as well. He's been given a brand new 4-year deal at Arsenal. Now, this is a massive chance for Callum Chambers. Of course, he came in, signed for quite a lot of money from Southampton originally. He's been there now for a few years. He hasn't really done it at Arsenal. Now, last season wasn't a great season for him, but towards the end of the season, he did show some promising signs. Now, he really needs to step up now. Callum Chambers, he's 23 now. You know, he's of that age now where he should be looking at it and saying, right, I want to establish myself as a first-team regular, be in the team week in, week out, be playing and really cement myself as, you know, number one centre-back, along with, you know, whoever comes in. So this is a massive opportunity for Callum Chambers. This is Unai Emery showing a lot of faith in him. Emery apparently has seen a lot of Callum Chambers and likes what he sees. Maybe Unai Emery might be able to get the best out of Callum Chambers. And if Callum Chambers, you know, starts playing really well, he could be knocking on the door of getting into the England squad. But certainly, so far in his career at Arsenal, should I say, you have to say it's been disappointing. So let's hope that Unai Emery can get the best out of him. There's also a lot of talk going around yesterday that Aaron Ramsey, a deal to get him signed up at the club seems to be getting closer and closer. They're still in negotiations, but the negotiations are apparently going really well. Unai Emery's a big fan of Aaron Ramsey and really does see him as an integral part of the team, really wants to nail him down and make sure that he gets signed up. And, you know, there's been a lot of talk that Unai Emery is willing to build a team around Aaron Ramsey. And it was certainly when Arsene Wenger was in charge, Aaron Ramsey then was seen as a very important player under Arsene Wenger. Looks like Unai Emery is seeing the same thing. And hopefully, again, he can get the best out of Aaron Ramsey. The very best Aaron Ramsey is a brilliant, brilliant player. Underrated sometimes for even a lot of the work he does. He's got such an engine on him. But I'd love to see Unai Emery really bring the best out of him. Now, another player, another Arsenal player that we bought in and he's been out on loan, that's Kelechi Enquiries. He spent a lot of last year out on loan in Holland. He's had 2 loan moves over there in Holland, to which he's done okay. You know, there's been no glaring reports coming back saying that he's been magnificent. He's scored a few goals. He's created some assists. He hasn't really lit it up yet. Hot prospect, of course, Nigerian and under-20 international. Well, he's going out on another loan. This time he's going to be on loan to Porto. So doing a season-long loan with Porto. Porto apparently wanted an option to buy him at the end of that loan, but that's been refused by Arsenal. So obviously Arsenal are looking at it and saying, no, listen, this kid does have a future at Arsenal. Hopefully, if we can see, you know, a season-long loan and he does really well. So they've not given Porto that option, but I think that's a good move. I mean, Porto, a very big club. He might get a chance to play European football as well. And he'll be under a lot of pressure there to do well because he'll be alongside some very, very good players. So it's going to be a step up from the loan deal that he had in Holland. And could he be potentially a player that could come back to Arsenal and get into that first team? Talking of Nigerian internationals, there's also reports yesterday concerning Alex Iwobi. Now, in these reports that have come out, and not really confirmed anywhere, is that Unai Emery may move him on. He's not overly convinced about Iwobi, and he may be prepared to sell Iwobi on to another club. But again, these rumours don't really seem to, you know, the sources don't seem to be solid. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with this one. But certainly, you know, Iwobi will be returning soon back to Arsenal after the World Cup, and he'll get assessed by Unai Emery. And it'd be really interesting again to see what Unai Emery does with Iwobi. Is he going to keep him and try and see if he can develop him into a better player, because he's got a lot of potential, he's got a lot of talent, but we saw last season he had some pretty poor performances. Overall, a poor season. He hasn't really kicked on from the great start to which he had. He had the discipline issues as well last year with the partying and things like that. Unai Emery will definitely not tolerate that. So will be interesting to see, will Unai Emery keep him or will he sell him? Or what do you guys think? Do you think that Unai Emery should be saying, you know what, there's a talent there, let me keep him, let me develop him? Or do you think that he's had his chance, sell Alex Iwobi and bring someone else in? I'd be really interested to know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments below. Now, Lucas Torreira, spoken about this week after week. Uruguay international, of course, he's at the World Cup. They've got a big, big game coming up in the round of 16. Now, Lucas Torreira, the reports out there are that negotiations are still going on. David Ornstein yesterday reporting that, you know, Arsenal are very interested in him, do want to sign him. However, there's nothing concrete yet, and it's still, you know, still going on. They're still negotiating, and basically, we're not going to know about this officially until after the World Cup, or until after Uruguay have been knocked out of the World Cup. So Lucas Torreira hasn't been signed yet. It's not a completely done deal, although it is looking very likely that Torreira will be coming into the club. Arsenal are, however, looking at an alternative if Torreira wasn't to happen, and that is a guy who plays for Lyon, 21 years of age, goes by the name of Tanguy Ndombele. Now, he spent a season on loan at Lyon last season from a club called Amiens, and he had a brilliant time. They really, really rated him there. I mean, Lyon don't want to sell him. They want to now, you know, bring him in on a permanent deal. However, there's lots of clubs looking at him. Tottenham are apparently really interested in him as a replacement for Moussa Dembele, who looks like he could be on his way out of Tottenham. And they've identified this guy as the perfect replacement. Arsenal apparently now also very interested in him as a cover in case the Lucas Torreira thing didn't happen. Then they'll go and bring in this guy. They obviously know that this is a problem area, the defensive midfield position, and they're, you know, determined to sort that out this season. But Torreira is the #1 choice. If that doesn't happen, then this guy Tanguy Ndombele could be on his way in from Lyon as an alternative. And finally, good news, guys. It was confirmed yesterday by Marion Fellaini that he's staying at Manchester United. He signed a new 2-year deal. There was lots of ribbing going on between Man United and Arsenal fans. Because remember, all these, the amount of Man United fans who were laughing at me and laughing at other Arsenal fans when Fellaini was being linked and saying, yeah, you're going to get Fellaini, ha, ha, ha. Well, now he's stayed at your club, so the joke's back on you guys. You know, if he's that bad, right, well, you've got him for another 2 years. So Fellaini definitely staying at Manchester United. and he will not be joining Arsenal. You know what, United fans? He's not as bad as you guys make out. He may not be the most skillful player in the world, but I do think, listen, if he'd have come to Arsenal, I wouldn't have been super angry because he's not a skillful player. We know that. I could see that the other night when he's playing for Belgium. But what he is a bit of a bulldozer. He's a plan B, and sometimes you need a bit of a plan B. But listen, he's all yours. So United fans, you lot keep him. Listen, thanks for watching the show today. We're going to be back here tomorrow. Keep it locked here to ArsenalFanTV. Don't forget to check out all of our World Cup coverage, and we'll be back tomorrow.